Hello again, everyone. This is my 66 Mustang Fastback. Completed this car about a year ago, year and a half. And the car does fine. I've got a 5.0 1990 model engine with fuel injection in it. So no problem with any of that. But these are 68 Shelby Sequential taillights, and they work fine. But if you'll notice, I just got them mounted to the stock taillight panel, and while it looks okay, I bought me a fiberglass taillight panel like the lights came with, only the panels for 65, 66 instead of 68. And what my plan is to put that fiberglass panel over this stock panel and then mount the taillights back in the fiberglass panel. Here's the fiberglass panel. It's like there's very little sanding or anything that needs to be done on it. We'll have to paint it. So today I'm going to take these old tail lights out and take the gas cap off, get all of this taken out, and the quarter extensions, they'll have to come off on both sides. And I'll just see how this panel fits, see if I have any issues with that. So let's get started. When I put these lights in, I just put the plugs on the lights. Just put plugs on the lights where they just simply plug in. There's the back of the light with the plug on it. So that's pretty simple. Here's the other side. There's 4 nuts. You can see them there. That should pull, get them out, and the lights should come out. Alright, have one of the lights out. You can see here's a screw that I had just to hold it tight against the taillight panel. Probably won't need that on the new panel, but I'm not sure. Got 4 indents right there. And that's what these fasten to, these 4 studs. And I think that's all there is to it. Might still need that screw in the middle there just to hold it. Alright, got the tail lights out. The quarter extensions are off on both sides. The gas tank outer bezel, decorative bezel's off, so I'm going to test fit this and see what we got. Loosened the bumper and got it out of the way. I did notice on the final fit I am going to have to trim right there where the bumper goes up against the taillight panel. These marks with tape, this has to be trimmed for the quarter extensions so they'll set flush. And this is the panel is actually against the stock taillight panel, so the only option is to trim that. I've already trimmed the front or the top edge here. See the tape on there, that's what I put that on for. And I've got it to where it fits pretty flush against the taillight panel here now. And it pushes right up against it, up in there. And the bottom will of course push in too when I get ready to permanently fasten it. This part is wider as it comes out towards the center, but that's supposed to be that way. Because you can see when I push this against the panel, you still got a gap there, but that's normal. That's supposed to be made like that. So this is trimming on the other side for the quarter extension. So I'm going to trim that out. And we'll see how they fit then. I can see this is turning into quite a job. It's not as simple as just setting it up there and confirming it'll fit and then painting it. It's just not that simple. Another issue I have is the tail light fitment. They're super tight in these openings, so got to confront that too. But right now I'm trying to get it to fit on the rear panel correctly, and we can make the tail lights fit. All right, been doing some trimming, and not bad. The bumper fitting pretty good there, and the quarter extension pretty good. I'd still do some sanding on that edge right there. I think a little more defined. And here's the other side. Just got one nut on the quarter extension, so it kind of goes right like that. Looks pretty good. And the bumper will come up. I'll probably shim it out to where it lines up with the quarter extension a little better than it did before. That'll take in some of that gap. But I think that'll work. Looks pretty good. Now that we got that part fitting pretty good, I'll work on these lights. Have the tail light panel primered. I use white epoxy primer, and that's one thing about a fiberglass part, it really makes a smooth finish. So let this dry. Probably wait till tomorrow. I painted this early this morning, so probably wait till tomorrow and we'll go put the final coat of paint on. I'm using base coat clear coat, so shouldn't take long to finish it. Then we can put it on the car and show you what it looks like with all the lights in and the gas cap mounted back in. Should look better. Alright, just finished painting a new tail light panel this morning. Base coat clear coat. Good shine to it. So it's been a couple hours and it is dry, but I'll let it dry a little more before I go to handling it and putting it back on the car. But it turned out pretty well. Looks like a pretty good paint match. One more thing I did have to do was remove the bumper. Reason being, I had to get underneath the new taillight panel. Put 3 rivets under there. And put one right under the tail light on the left, right under the tail light on the right, and then one right in the middle. And I have 4 here at the top. So that's got the panel securely fastened. Luckily, this was a new bumper, new brackets, and new bolts, so wasn't any trouble to pull it out. So I'll put that back next. And then we'll put the quarter extensions on, see how they fit. And then the last thing will be the gas cap bezel and then the tail light themselves. Coming together, but wasn't quite as simple a job as I thought it would be. Almost there. Bumper's fastened back. I like the fit on it. And gas cap worked good. Did have to put a spacer between the cap and the new fiberglass panel, just like a 1/4 inch to keep from sucking the panel in too far. But that works good. So last thing is the lights. Hopefully they'll go in without any problem, but we shall see. Job almost completed. Taillights fit well. No problems there. I did end up using that screw in the center of both of them, right there and right over there. That helped pull them tight against the center of the panel. But I think they look good. They looked okay before, but the fiberglass panel just gives them that Shelby look. All right, this morning I'm going to be putting back the interior of the trunk. I do have some upholstered panels that go back in here. There's a 5.0 wiring harness fuse panel that come from Ron Francis Wiring. That's what I have in the car. There's a computer over there at the very side. So when I get all these panels put back in, all of that will be covered up. There's a first panel that goes back in, covers up the taillight panel of the car, and it just pushes in. All right, have that put in. I think you can see it covers up the whole taillight panel. And next we'll put in the 2 side panels. This is the driver's side, and it has Velcro on the edge of it there. And that Velcro actually lines up with the back side of this, the very front panel, like that. And then there's also a screw that I put in it there to fasten the top of it a little better. So this is next. There's a passenger side. It'll go in also. And there's Velcro here. You can see that this panel attaches to. So we just slide it in like that. Push it against the Velcro. There's the side panel. We'll repeat on this side. And then we'll put the front panel in that covers up the spare tire and the rest of that wiring you see there. Okay, there's the panels put back in. It just gives the trunk a real finished look. You don't see all those wires. Except that. But I have a solution for that too. I made this cover out of an old air intake box where the filter went in right there, and Velcroed it. A piece of Velcro there, piece of Velcro there. And there we go. Okay, that completes the taillight panel install. Last thing I did was touch up the rivets, and they blend in really well. And all the interior upholstery back in the trunk. And the good thing about the rivets, when you shut the trunk, you don't see them. Hope you've enjoyed the video. Stay tuned for more, and I appreciate you watching our channel. See you next time. We hope you've enjoyed this video. If you did, hit the like button, and we'd love it if you would subscribe to our channel. Thanks.